This is your Weather Xtreme video for Saturday, April the 11th. I'm meteorologist Brian Peters. Thanks for tuning in. The surface map today features surface high pressure over the Ohio River Valley that is helping to push a cold front down to the Gulf Coast, and that is bringing some much nicer, drier, and about the same temperature air, but certainly drier air with dew points dipping into the 40s across a lot of north and central Alabama. In the upper atmosphere, we have a bit of a trough moving through the eastern Great Lakes, and that will be replaced by weak ridging as well as by a southwesterly flow that will keep us rather wet for the week ahead. Temperatures across central Alabama this morning have dipped down. It's nice in the Tennessee River Valley where they're in the 40s. Central Alabama generally in the lower 50s, but with that slightly drier air coming in and dew points in the 40s, it'll feel a whole lot nicer today with plenty of sunshine. We do see a few showers on radar across the extreme southern part of Alabama, but those should be moving out. The week ahead looks like it's going to be somewhat wet. Not for the weekend. Saturday will be very nice, and Sunday will be a transition day as we see moisture come back as that cold front comes back as a warm front. Storm Prediction Center is outlooking a slight risk over the Oklahoma and Texas Panhandle area for day one. That's today. Day two, Sunday, they've got a couple of marginal areas over the Central Plains and down across South Texas. And then on Monday, day three, they have thunderstorms over a large part of the southeastern U.S. as a possibility, but the marginal severe weather risk confined to Texas. All right, here's the 060 GFS model run this morning, and there's the surface high pressure that is moving in from the Ohio River Valley, and that, again, pushing the cold front down to the Gulf Coast. We see that the front stays down along the Gulf Coast through Sunday morning at least, or through midday on Sunday, but the ridge aloft and a southwesterly flow develops, and that will help to keep us wet for the week ahead. The week ahead will be somewhat unsettled. We see that the southern stream is active with a bit of a ridging, but the ridge moving off to our east on Monday, and the upper air pattern being southwesterly, and with those little embedded disturbances in it, it means that we're going to have chances for showers, and especially Monday looks like it's going to be a pretty wet day with that closed surface low getting a little bit closer. That closed upper low, excuse me. The upper low becomes a little more open on Tuesday, but you see that we still stay just to the east of that upper low, so we will stay somewhat unsettled with showers and thunderstorms, a pretty good possibility. The pattern begins to change on Wednesday as we see a fairly strong trough digging in from the northern Rockies and central Rockies and digging into the central plains, but that still keeps us somewhat unsettled with this southwesterly flow out ahead of that, so a surface low developing over Texas. By Thursday, we're beginning to see some changes here as we have a fairly substantial strong trough moving through the central U.S., and that should help to bring a surface low as well as some colder air. Notice that the 540 thickness line dipping down into the vicinity of Oklahoma City, so some colder air with that trough over the central plains. By Friday, that trough moves by us, and so it looks like Thursday night and Friday should be somewhat stormy, but by Friday we should see the weather begin to at least dry out. Maybe we won't see the clouds go away completely, but we should clear out somewhat, and that paves the way for a relatively good Saturday with the trough well to our east. Looking out into Voodoo country, though, it looks like the pattern stays fairly active for us. There's another fairly substantial trough around the 20th of April, and then by the 28th, we have a fairly anomalous here closed low over the eastern part of the Ohio River Valley and near the mid-Atlantic states. So that has a somewhat of a cooler look to it for the end of April, and maybe even a little bit stormy for the eastern third of the country. Well, that'll do it for the Weather Xtreme video for this morning. Expect to have the next one posted first thing on Sunday morning. In the meantime, stay tuned to the blog for the latest notes and updates on our ever-changing Alabama weather.